Feindlage. Starke feindliche Kräfte bei Pfefferlingen. Vermutete Absicht ist es, nach Norden vorzurücken, um eigene Kräfte zu zerschlagen. Eigene Lage. 1. bei Grasleben in Stellung. 2. Kompanie im Gefecht bei Kahlenberg. 3. und 4. Kompanie in Stellung bei Grasleben. Auftrag. Binden und Zerschlagen der feindlichen Kräfte bei Pfefferlingen. Durchführung. 2. Kompanie führt weiter das Gefecht aus Stellungen bei Kahlenberg. 3. Kompanie sichert Übergang zur DDR. Hier Zwischenziel 1. Greift weiter Richtung Pfefferlingen an und nimmt Pfefferlingen. 4. Kompanie eingesetzt als Reserve, folgt 3. Kompanie. Der Brigadekommandeur hat eine explizite Verlagerung des Gefechts auf das Gebiet der DDR angeordnet. Los geht's!
Hey guys, welcome back. ARMA 3 Global Mobilization Part 6.
Aufgepasst, Jungs. Es geht jetzt in den Osten. Ja, auch bis Deutschland. Also Beliefung gefälligst.
Today we will cross the border to fight on the territory of East Germany. So it's another infantry mission. It's expected to be a lot of running. Well, so we will have plenty of time for a little storytelling.
Hey, ehrlich, warum gibt es so wenig Banküberfälle in der DDR?
Sag's mir.
Die müssen für 15 Jahre auf den Fluchtwagen warten.
Alter, ich schmeiß dich hier gleich aus dem Panzer.
This soldier made a joke. He asked why there is such a low number of bank robberies in East Germany. The answer is simple. Because they have to wait 15 years for the getaway car. That's only funny if you weren't there yourself. Because this has been a general and therefore big problem in East Germany. The lack of supply of products. And that's my topic with this episode.
Das ist die Grenze hier.
We are going to cross the border soon.
Wir sind nun im Feindesland.
We are on the territory of East Germany now, even if it doesn't look like that different. This area reminds me of my early childhood a lot. My grandparents had lived about 5 kilometers from the border. It was a small village with many fields and so on around it. I spent my summer holidays there. It was a huge adventure playground for me as a little kid and my cousins as well. But we were never allowed to go towards the border. We knew that. We would never ever had dared to.
Ja, einfach durchfahren.
It is somehow very scary for me, because I never got that close to a border fortification back then, no matter if it was near the village of my grandparents or somewhere else. Only after the collapse of East Germany I had seen what it really looked like at the border. It's not like there was only a fence as a barrier between these two countries. It was a massively developed border installation with high security standards. Just like here. High fences and in between a no man's land which makes you shiver at the thought that you would have been killed there if you get caught. If there was such an incident on my grandparents' territory, I never knew. Even if something had happened, it is questionable whether it would have reached the surrounding population at all, or whether the people simply did not talk about it at that time. Maybe not to give some kind of motivation or scare to others to try or not to try that on their own.
15, Nordkurs. 500 Meter. Fang. Voll.
Okay, finally. We got to our destination point. And the good old running times begin.
Wo sind die Feinde? Das Dorf hier ist verlassen.
Die haben den Schwanz eingezogen und sind abgehauen, nachdem was wir heute Vormittag in Grasleben gemacht haben. Das heißt nur, dass sie sich irgendwo weiter östlich wieder sammeln.
Hey, ehrlich! Wie verdoppelst du am einfachsten den Wert eines Trabis?
Oh, na wie?
Man legt eine Banane auf den Rücksitz.
That's exactly the point here. The soldier asks how to double up the price for the common East German car. Just lay a banana on the seat.
Hey Klemmer, glaubst du, der Automat nimmt auch Westmark?
Ich kann es ja mal ausprobieren.
It may sound curious at first, apart from the fact that it isn't funny at all. The rare things were in great demand and got therefore a high worth. The production in Germany was according to plans, so demands had not really influenced the production. As a result, really everything that deviated even a little from standard was only available in small or restricted amounts. For fruits and vegetables, that might be okay, because of the seasonal variation, but with everything else, it was a huge problem. An economy of scarcity developed, so it's not surprising that going up became something of a tradition here.
Voraus! 300 Meter. Marsch!
I still can remember that after school I had to go straight to the greengrocer store to get in the line. Someone had probably told around that there would be something special, and those rumors always spread quite fast. Sometimes I also had to go up if there was already a queue in front of the shop, although I didn't know what, or if there was anything special at all. I usually waited there for 3 to 4 hours until my father or my mother came to relieve me. They came by on the way after work anyways, so it was quite a habit to always take a look when there was a queue in front of any store. As a child, this was completely normal for me, because my friends were in the queue for their families as well. Today, long queues scares me off, and I don't want to go there and queue up anymore. It is no trauma at all, but I wanted told that as well. Oh, here we go.
Emma. Südost. Schütze. Soldat. Feind vernichtet. Hier. Koch. Klemmer. Südostwärts. Schütze. Angriff. Vor uns. 100. Soldat. Kämpfe. Ziel neutralisiert. Lauf jetzt. Ich gebe Deckung. Ja, los jetzt. Lindemann. Reindl. Südostwärts. Mann. Angriff. Voraus. 200. Panzer ab.
Voraus! 100! Schütze!
Gegner voraus. Voraus. 100. Mann.
Don't go there, buddy. It is never a good choice to take the exact same position as your deadly comrade. And to take position in front of the cover is an unknown level of stupidity too. Sorry, But you got what you deserve for their disregard of basic military training.
Angriff! Im Angriff! Hier! ZZ!
Hammer, hier Wespe, kommen.
Hier Hammer, kommen.
Grabt euch entlang der südlichen Bahnlinie ein. Wir nehmen den Wald und die Siedlung. Kommen.
Hier Hammer, verstanden. Ende. Hier gesichert. Schützenreihe, Marsch. Südlich, 600 Meter. Marsch.
Okay, air is clear. 600 south. Here we go. Back to the topic. As you can imagine, bottlenecks also played a major role in that plant productions. It was simply not possible to manufacture products if there was a shortage in the supply of components. This chain went through the whole system, so it was not surprising that the state preferred to revise the plans downwards after all. The companies could still overfill their production plans and got officially promoted for that, to keep them motivated in the end. Oh!
Einer weniger. Lindemann, Reindl, südlich, Soldat, Angriff. 200, Soldat.
But everybody knew from their private life that there was a lot of empty spaces in every store. They were in need to steal all sorts of things from their workplaces, that they had something to exchange. Only if you had something that someone else might need, you could organize things that you would have to wait for a long time. This sometimes even culminated in whole chains of exchange. So if you needed a spare part for your car, material to build something at home or for the garden, tools or whatever, you always had to know someone who could organize some of it, and you had to know what that person needed or would like to have for trading with others. Often it was some kind of rare food, foreign perfume and so on. For an example, I knew a story about people who wanted to build a house, but at that time only 2 bags of cement per family could be bought per year. So it was only possible to get all the building materials together in your lifetime by arranging with the people who distributed the materials. And this was the case with all of the components. So people who worked in manufacturing companies had a kind of advantage because they had better access to such materials. Studied people, on the other hand, often didn't have the opportunities.
Gebiet gesichert. Stein. Schütze. Ziel neutralisiert.
My father was an architect. He had nothing special to trade. For an example, once he helped to build a garden house for a family because we had a broken window. Buying a new window for the car was almost impossible. In the end, We got it somehow. So it is common knowledge that every Eastern country had the problem of the economy of scarcity, and some might still have. It was even worse with goods of higher demand of life. At the time I was a little kid. Even I knew that when a child was born, the parents order a car right away, that it is finally produced and could be delivered on the 18th birthday of that kid.
So, wir sind hier. Zweite Gruppe geht in Stellung bei der Fabrik weiter westlich von hier.
You had to wait 5 years for an apartment, for example. And if you were lucky, you got a telephone, maybe after 10 years. Luck means here that you had to give a good reason for that, or there were several parties involved in your house anyways. My mother was a surgery nurse, so she had to be able to be notified quickly if necessary. We got a phone when my parents lived in their flat for about 8-9 years. They could only move in together when they got married, and my mother was already pregnant. For single persons it was very difficult to get an apartment. All these points naturally had given many incidents to the people to improve, but also gave the authority a lot of opportunities to slow them down. This means that, similar to the bartering in the private sector, the whole system was attempting to influence the people from their inner mind, like I told in previous episodes about education, for an example. I will tell you more about the different sectors and stages in the upcoming episodes as well.
Da bewegt sich was! Südlich, 500, Mann.
Heiner, südlich, Mann.
Südlich, 600, BMP.
But now let's take back the focus on the action.
Gegner voraus.
Südlich, 500, Schütze.
Südlich, 500, Bewegung. Sichtkontakt, südlich, 500, Bewegung.
Whoa. We got some big boys here. It is not recommended to face such vehicles frontside. So we flag to the right and try to find some cover. We got multiple tanks incoming. The radio is going crazy. But my guys here, they have no fear. As far as we know from the previous missions, we tried to hit the tanks sideways. We are out of rockets and our rearm option got blown up. I can't use these babies here. I have to find an East German rocket launcher to get the tank. I think one of these dead men got one. Jackpot. This is a totally different optic. First one is a mess. How much of these can he take? That's why I grabbed the long-range scope before.
Feinde! Südwest, 400! Mann!
Heiner, Lindemann, südlich, im G-Schütze. Angriff!
Sichtkontakt! Rechts von uns, 200! Mann! Bekämpfe! Gegner voraus! Südwest, 300 Meter.
Lemmer, Reindl, südwest. Ja, Angriff!
Hab ihn! Bekämpfer! Wieder neben dran!
There must be guys left in the forest. Let's take a look.
Angriff! Stein! Rechts von uns, Schütze.
Bekämpfe Ziel!
Stein, südlich, im G-Schütze. Angriff! Bekämpfe!
I don't want to die here. Let's be cautious and just follow the guys.
Koch, Führmann, südwest, Soldat. Angriff! Bekämpfe Ziel! Bekämpfe!
This mission got really intense to the end.